Wow, that's seldom do you see that. He thought that somebody else touched it, but he got a little overzealous there in his penetration.
First turnover for Richmond.
You know what jumps out whenever you watch Richmond now? Composure.
Yeah.
Kids, they don't say anything to the officials. A great attitude. Because I always remember Dick Tarrant, what he was able to do. Upset City in the old days.
Well, Lenny Elmore and I saw one of the great upsets in the tournament in 1991 when Richmond was a 15 and Syracuse was a 2, and Richmond knocked them off. Led the whole game as a matter.
Well, I'm sure Jim Boeheim's gotten over that. Maybe.
I don't think so.
No, he doesn't forget. Nice play by Tinsley.
Tinsley and Lindsay almost on press row. Well, Richmond tournament upsets in '84. They defeated Auburn. I think Charles Barkley was in that game.
In short pants.
Yes, 1988 they beat Indiana. 1991, the game we just mentioned, they defeated Syracuse. And in '98, they defeated South Carolina, number 3 seed. So they know the way.
Because I got to know Dick Tarrant. He's assistant to Ed Conlon, a good friend of mine at Fordham. Great high school coach, Dick.
Steve Chingang, number 33, is on the floor now, off the bench. Goldburn sets the screen for Taylor.
He posts up there. Got shoved because of his ability to post up.
All right, it's 11:47. We'll bring you back to the beautiful city of Denver, Colorado after these messages. Head coach Chris Mooney is in that congregation gathered at the Richmond bench. He's a Princeton grad, graduated from Princeton in 1994 after 4 years as a starter playing for Pete Carrill. So you will hear us mention the Princeton offense and defense throughout the afternoon. Our last update had Kentucky leading Princeton 45-44. Chris Mooney, Pete Carrill, great influence on his life.
He was saying that he spoke to Pete. Pete obviously really happy for him, and then waxed right into the Sacramento Kings, where Pete's a consultant. Of course, Jeff Petrie there.
It's a bit of a homecoming for Chris Mooney. He was the head coach at Air Force in Colorado Springs before he took the Richmond job, and he was also on the staff down there for Joe Scott for 4 years. In the lane, rejected. Whoa!
Unbelievable reaction, huh?
Darius Garrett, who had 9 rebounds in the Atlantic 10 win. Chingang up, too strong. Loose ball. Anderson has it.
Well, Goldburn, a pretty good attack there. Interesting, no fouls for Vandy.
Right.
And yet they've been very aggressive in the zone. And I think it's taken Richmond out of their rhythm.
Well, Kevin Anderson, 1 of 6 in the first 6 minutes of the game, 8 minutes of the game.
He can make
Harper,
that.
Boy, can he ever. Not this time. Taylor with a rebound.
Fuller can play with Tinsley, and Tinsley can play off the ball, become more of a scorer.
That's Kyle Fuller, who's got the ball right now. Number 11.
He loves that drop step to the nice entry and duck in.
Chingang for 2 over Harper.
Big Steve, boy, he did a great job in preparation. And defensively, a little negligent in the homework.
That's a 3 from Martell. Began the season as a starter, has come off the bench as the 6th man for the last dozen games or so.
And not a bad deep shooter either. He can use a pull-up as well.
Out of Montreal, Quebec. Kyle Fuller.
Tough match in terms of strength and size.
Anderson. Taylor.
How about 4-4? It's not Jerry West, folks, but Jerry beat you outside. How about that attack of the 10?
16-10. Vanderbilt has been in command and has had the lead since the opening tip. Harper, nope. So the 2 stars, slow starts offensively. Justin Harper, and here's Fuller, quick. 2 more.
Not bad. They get a guy back on the heels.
And the margin is 8. Cedric Lindsay, a freshman, number 2, is on the floor. Giroux's getting ready to come back.
Now, earlier we saw Anderson get in through the cracks. He's going to have to do that a little bit more.
Martell, another one.
Well, good for him, right? That'll stretch things out. Maybe he can penetrate, do some damage in the zone. I didn't mean to say belly in front of you, by the way.
Oh. This is Tinsley and Taylor. Taylor's dad, Jeffrey, played in both the NBA and overseas. He was a star at Texas Tech. And Jeffrey Taylor, born in Sweden while his dad was playing in that country. Off the rim, Lindsay rebound.
From one of the great high schools, right? Hobbs?
Hobbs, New Mexico, absolutely.
How many state championships they win?
16. Wow. There we go for Anderson. Yeah, just to complete the Jeff Taylor story, his dad sent him to live with a brother in Hobbs, so that's where he went to high school. Ralph Tasker was a great high school basketball coach over the years in Hobbs, New Mexico.
He's won with 1,000 wins, too, if I'm not mistaken. Nice kick out to Fuller.
From the corner, air ball. 7:51 to go first half. We've got a 3-point game. Vandy leads it here in Denver, 18-15. Now the Powerade sideline report. A pleasure to welcome back Leslie Visser with more on Chris Mooney.
It is, Vern, you were talking, you and Billy, about the Pete Carrill influence. I spoke with Coach Carrill a couple of hours ago. He said very busy day for him between watching the Princeton game and, of course, watching Chris Mooney and Richmond here. He said that Chris was one of his favorite players ever. He called him Moonbeam. He said he used to come in and light up the gym. He also noticed that he's doing a few different things. He's tweaked his Princeton offense, and he said, please tell Chris it doesn't hurt my feelings. Right?
Okay. Well, Princeton involved in a close one with Kentucky. That game on CBS, one of the forts where you can find March Madness and update. Princeton is down to Kentucky by 3.
They may have switched to D that last triple. I'll have to check it out. And you know, Les, Pete was telling us years ago that the one thing he would have done differently with this Princeton offense was ball screen. You know, the high ball screen with the roll. So he was going to tweak it as well. And speaking of tweaking the nets.
Yes.
Deep. Jenkins.
John Jenkins, leading scorer, unanimous all-SEC first-team pick.
And they have gone to man. And this is really the flow that this club loved. Nice.
Martell. And he will go to the line. Francis Cedric Martell.
Interesting
So
to see.
Why do you think?
You know, maybe it's their basic defense, really, Vandy. They're a man-to-man team. Right. I mentioned Mississippi State. It helped them win the game. And I just think they want to get comfortable in the flow of this game with the zone a little bit.
Martell shoots 2. Get all the March Madness highlights, box scores, and the TV schedule for TBS, CBS, TNT, and True TV at ncaa.com. Donut, missed them both. Kyle Fuller. Into the corner, Tinsley.
Nice look.
Yes.
Nice
and
pump.
Jenkins with a pump fake and the basket.
Wow.
Boy, that was well done.
Sure, what a Tinsley with great presence. A lot of guards lose vision, conception of where everybody is. Nice feel by Tinsley.
Jenkins with 8 now, 3 of 4 from the field. Martell, he's got 3 threes.
They're out. They're comfortable now. This is their game. This is what we practice.
On the floor, excuse me.
I was just going to say, excuse me, they've got to control clock with their defense a little bit. Too many easy, quick goals like that. Goldberg, my goodness.
Goldberg off the glass, yes. Harper, he's not yet hit one from the field, and he's now 0 for 5. Jenkins, fade away. Whoa.
How about that space? Bounce. Chris Mooney not liking the D. You got to hug that guy. I know he's learned to put it on the floor, but get near him, caress him. He can drill him.
Now let's get you up to date on what's happened here in Denver. Richmond 7 of 20, Vandy 12 of 21, 4 turnovers, but that's been more than offset. Ron Jenkins, who is 3 of 3 from beyond the arc.
And he's got himself in a good comfort zone. He's got them on a string a little bit with his ability to step back. And right now, let's see how effective, particularly Anderson, can be in this flow. He controls it. He breaks it down, that Princeton offense.
There he is. He gets by Lindsay, and he gets the roll. Darian Brothers instead of Anderson. Beg your pardon. Taylor in the corner.
I think that's what makes their offense, though. They've got guys who can beat you with the dribble so they can get out of the flow of it on the other end, Richmond. Say goodnight.
Rod Odom.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
That's, you know, lay out the silverware. Carve the meat. Azili. Did I come for dinner on time?
Yes,
you can't put him around the rim.
Azili's perfect 4 for 4. He's got 9 points.
They go back to the zone now.
Anderson gets a screen from Giroux and cans a 3.
Nice job of it. The big belly. Todd McCullough comes to mind from Washington, the way Giroux plays. He uses his size and ample body or frame.
Dan Giroux is a 5th-year senior, sat out 1 full season with an ACL. You can see where's the brace. And more so than I think any other player on this Richmond team, he can appreciate how far they have come, Dan Giroux. When he was a freshman, they were 8 and 22.
Man, let's hope he's okay here. Got his hand caught in there, I believe. There is a toughness about this kid and a great attitude. He's going to, I think he may have to come out of the game.
Yeah, Harper's going to come in. Oh, yeah, you can see there's a cut.
Oh, yeah, he is.
Oh, boy.
Bleeding. Oh, it's the zone.
Elbow.
Oh, boy.
Elbow.
That they will review that.
Elbow.
I don't know about the intent, but they probably will call it. What do you think?
I think they will.
At least intentional.
Well, the officials are looking right now.
Now, there's a reason my nose isn't pretty, and this is one of them. Every once in a while, you get underneath. That's got to be intentional, I think. I don't think flagrant, Vern.
No.
Would that be your...
It's Azili. How ironic that happened just as we're chatting about him sitting out with an ACL. Yeah.
This kid will be back, though. I mean, that's as long as they can stop it. Springfield home of Jeff Petrie, by the way. Former Princeton great. Now the boss with Sacramento, which is one of the reasons Pete Carrill does consult out there.
Now Chris Mooney and Kevin Stallings.
Intentional foul on 3. It's not ejected. 2 shots.
Right. Thanks. Well, I'm enjoying the conversation with the officials.
Well, we're all
but
part of it.
It's a nice thing that they do to come over and make sure, you might have heard it, intentional foul, not a flagrant. And that was Bo Borowski who came over, and his voice you probably heard.
It really does help us, too. And this happens so often, and, almost unnecessary, though, because he had him back. You know what I mean? It's, again, Azili inexperienced, too. Not maybe used to, he wanted to show his toughness, maybe. And unfortunately, not going to be thrown out, and a lesson to be learned.
Now, you saw Chris Mooney